The coffee's getting cold on the countertop. I'm waiting for the sound of the key to drop. I keep checking the porch, looking at the gate. Habits are hard when they're fueled by weight. I saw a car pull up, thought it might be yours, but it's just a neighbor closing up the doors. And the kitchen is quiet, the hallway is long. Everything's right, but everything's wrong. I'm tired of being strong and fine. I'm tired of drawing, I'm moving online. I got my friends and I've got my pride, but it's empty as hell on the passenger side. I don't need a lesson, I don't need a drink, I don't need more time alone to sit and think. I don't need a you'll find someone new. I just need my boyfriend, I just need you, the one who knows how I take my tea. I just need my boyfriend, I just need you, the one who knows how I take my tea, the only one who really looks at me. World keeps spinning, but I'm annoyed. I'm just a girl standing in the void, and I need my boyfriend. Yeah, I need my guy, the one who didn't make me say goodbye. The hoodie I'm wearing still smells like your skin. I'm just waiting for the real you to walk back in. I need my boyfriend, just for a minute, just for a lifetime. The street lights leak through the vertical blinds, mapping out the ghost of you I'm trying not to find. The radiator's humming, but the room is getting cold. I'm holding on to stories that we never got to fold. My phone is face down, a black mirror on the floor. I'm afraid to see the nothingness I'm waiting for. And the silence has a rhythm, a heavy hollow beat of a heart that's still convinced it's hearing footsteps in the street. I'm tracing every hairline, crack, every shadow, every line, trying to find a version of the world where you were mine. And I'm just 3 a.m. ceiling staring, drowning in the we're not pairing. God is a canyon wide and deep. I'm a stranded little sailor who's forgotten how to sleep. The fan is spinning circles like the thoughts inside my head, reliving every I love you and everything we said. Did you find a softer pillow? Did you find a shorter night? Or are you somewhere staring to and praying for the light? They say the dark is for the dreamers, but it's a prison for believers who woke up to a bed half made and a debt that's never paid. One blink for mercy, two blinks for pain. The sun is coming up, but it feels like rain. Yeah, I'm 3 a.m. ceiling staring, drowning in the we're not pairing. God, it's heavy, this empty space. I keep trying to paint your face in the blur of the white, in the dark of the room, in the wreckage of a love that died too soon. Just me and the rafters, losing my mind, searching for an us I'll never Yeah, I'm 3 a.m. ceiling staring, drowning in the we're not pairing. God, it's heavy, this empty space. I keep trying to paint your face in the blur of the white, in the dark of the room, in the wreckage of a love that died too soon. Just me and the rafters, losing my mind, searching for an us I'll never find. Wide awake, watching the drywall start to break, just like me. 3:15, 3:30, I'm still here and you're still gone. The clouds are heavy, sagging low, like they've got secrets they don't wanna show. I'm standing on the corner of 5th and Main, trying to wash away the weight of your name. The sky just opened a sudden flood, but water can't cleanse what's in the blood. I'm soaked to the bone in this denim jacket, trying to survive all the city's racket. Every drop is a memory hitting the pavement, a tiny reminder of the soul's enslavement to a ghost that won't leave, to a hand I can't hold, to a story that ended before it was told. And I'm bleeding in the rain, but it's coming out clear. No one can tell that I'm drowning in here. The storm is my cover, the thunder's my pride, hiding the parts that have withered and died. Let the river run red down the gutter and drain. Nobody knows I'm bleeding in the rain. Just a girl in a storm, looking for shelter, watching our world melt down helter skelter. My mascara's running like a river of ink, writing out words I'm too broken to think. The passers-by hurry, they got places to be. They don't see the pieces falling off of me. I'm a neon sign flickering out in the dark, searching for fire, but I lost the spark. You said we were solid, you said we were stone, but rocks only break when they're left all alone. Wash me out, wash me clean, delete every vision of what we have been. If the sky can't cry for 1,000 of a storm, bleeding in the rain. I'm just bleeding in the rain. I'm standing on the ledge of a long distance fall, with my back pressed hard against a crumbling wall. You're the only safety net I've ever known, in a world that feels like it's made out of stone. I've given you the keys, I've given you the map. I lay my heavy head right down in your lap, but I see that look, that flicker in your eyes, like you're calculating how to say goodbye. My trust is a thin sheet of glass on the floor, and I'm terrified of the sound of the door. I've been broken before, I've been left in the dirt, and I don't think I've got any room left to hurt. So please, don't let me down, don't let me go. Don't be the forever that I had to let go. I'm leaning my weight on the ghost of a grace, searching for mercy in the lines of your face. If you're gonna leave, do it fast, do it now, but don't give me a kiss and a solemnized vow. I'm fragile as paper, I'm shaking and bound. Don't let me down to the cold hard ground. I've memorized the way that you breathe when you sleep. It's a secret I'm desperate and dying to keep, but lately the silence is crowded and loud, like a storm moving in from a single dark cloud. You're pulling your hand back a second too soon, leaving me stranded under a hollowed out moon. I'm a bird with a wing that's been clipped by the frost, waiting to find out exactly what I've lost. Is it too much to ask for a hand I can hold, for a love that doesn't turn bitter and cold? I've built my whole world on the strength of your name. Don't let it all go up in a whisper and flame. Don't let me down, don't let me go. Don't be the forever that I had to let go. I'm leaning my weight on the ghost of a grace, searching for mercy in the lines of your face. If you're gonna leave, do it fast, do it now, but don't give me a kiss and a solemnized vow. I'm fragile as paper, I'm shaking and bound. Don't let me down to the cold hard ground. Don't let me down, I'm already low. Just tell me the truth, if you're planning to go. Don't let me fall, I've got nowhere else to go. Don't let me down, lay down a single low piano note. taped up on the wall. For 3 years I've been living in the shadow of your name, a supporting character in every single frame. I forgot the way I like my coffee in the light. I forgot the songs I used to sing to sleep at night. Though we were such a heavy coat, it didn't even fit. And I've been shivering inside the very heart of it. The mirror is a stranger, but she's looking back at me with eyes that are beginning to remember how to see. It's quiet in the kitchen, but for the first time in a while, I'm not searching for the reason for a half-forgotten smile. And I'm finding me again in the wreckage, in the dust. I'm scraping off the layers of the us and of the trust. It's a slow and steady walk through a house that's finally mine, learning how to breathe outside of your design. It hurts to let you go, but it's a beautiful refrain to find the girl I lost before she learned to love the pain. Yeah, the road is long and lonely, but the view is finally plain. I'm finding me again. I bought a dress in yellow, a color you despised. I'm reading books you told me were too small or oversized. I'm driving to the ocean just to hear the water roar, without checking on the clock or looking back toward the door. There's a ghost in every hallway, a whisper in the sheets, but the rhythm of my heart is finding brand new steady beats. I used to be your moon, just reflecting back your sun, but I'm burning on my own now that the eclipse is done. I'm sorry that it ended, but I'm glad I'm coming back from the edges of the picture where the world was turning black. I'm not a broken half, I'm a whole and jagged thing, and I'm curious to hear the song I'm finally gonna sing. Yeah, I'm finding me again in the wreckage, in the dust. I'm scraping off the layers of the us and of the trust. It's a slow and steady walk through a house that's finally mine, learning how to breathe outside of your design. It hurts to let you go, but it's a beautiful refrain to find the girl I lost before she learned to love the pain. Yeah, the road is long and lonely, but the view is finally plain. I'm finding me again, finding me again. Yeah, I'm finding me again in the wreckage, in the dust. I'm scraping off the layers of the us and of the trust. It's a slow and steady walk through a house that's finally mine, learning how to breathe outside of your design. It hurts to let you go, but it's a beautiful refrain. You're finding me again. I used to be a melody, easy and sweet, with a rhythm you found in the pulse of my beat. You played me like sunlight on a Sunday afternoon. We were perfectly balanced, perfectly in tune. But your hands got heavy and your grip got tight. You started pulling on the things I had to hide. Now I'm leaning over the edge of the bed with a tangled up felt the thin line between being yours and being just fine. Now the heartstrings snapped and the music stopped, like a glass on the floor that finally dropped. There's no more vibration, no echo, no ring, just the ghost of a song I no longer can sing. It was one pull too many, one cold sharp goodbye. Now I'm a silent instrument under a hollow sky. You can't fix a sound that's been torn at the root. My heartstrings snapped and the rest is just mute. I'm looking at my hands, they're trembling and bare, trying to plug at a feeling that isn't still there. The space in my chest is a hollowed out wood. I'd play for you again if I only could, but you can't. Not a wire once it's bitten the dust. You can't polish the parts that have turned into rust. I'm a guitar in the corner with a jagged broken wire, the aftermath of a wildfire. It didn't go out with a bang or a roar, just a quiet ping as you walked out the door. Sharp enough to cut, quick enough to kill, and now the symphony is suddenly still. Yeah, the heartstrings snapped and the music stopped, like a glass on the floor that finally dropped. There's no more vibration, no echo, no ring, just the ghost of a song I no longer can sing. It was one pull too many, one cold sharp goodbye. Now I'm a silent instrument under a hollow sky. You can't fix a sound that's been torn at the root. My heartstrings snapped and the rest is just mute. No more resonance, no more harmony, just the sharp stinging tail of a broken string lashed across the memory of you and me. Snap. Snap. I'm standing in the kitchen, staring at the floor, measuring the distance from the table to the door. My hands are shaking steady, like a wire pulled too tight, trying to hold the pieces of us through another night. I hear you in the hallway, I hear you hold your breath. The silence is a heavy weight, it's scaring me to death. I built these walls of granite, I've reinforced the glass, but I can feel the hairline cracks beginning to emerge. Because I'm brittle as a winter leaf, just one word away from grief. I'm bracing for the impact, I'm locking every gate, but God, it's getting harder just to carry all this weight. And I don't wanna break, I don't wanna shatter. I'm trying to keep hold of the only things that matter, but I'm frayed at the edges, I'm thin at the seams. I'm falling through the spaces of our tired out dreams. If I let out a cry, if I let down my guard, I'll turn into 1,000 jagged pieces in the yard. Hold heaven's sake, 'cause I don't wanna break. You're reaching for my shoulder, but I'm pulling to the side. There's an ocean of a meltdown that I'm trying hard to hide. If I look you in the eye, I know the dam is gonna burst. And I don't know which version of the ending is the worst. The one where I stay quiet and I wither like a stone, or the one where I explode and find I'm standing all alone. I'm a porcelain doll in a hurricane wind, wondering where the brave girl ends and I begin. One touch and I'm dust, one sorry and I'm gone. I've been holding back the landslide for way too long. It's exhausting, this armor is heavy, this mask is staying in one piece, too much to ask. No, I don't wanna break, I don't wanna shatter. I'm trying to keep hold of the only things that matter, but I'm afraid at the edges, I'm thin at the seams. I'm falling through the spaces of our tired out dreams. If I let out a cry, if I let down my guard, I'll turn into 1,000 jagged pieces in the yard. Hold me together, for heaven's sake, 'cause I don't wanna break. Not tonight. Just keep the lights down. If I'm gonna fall apart, I don't want you to know I'm holding, I'm holding, I'm holding. I'm trying not to break. The house is doing that thing where it creaks like it's tired of hearing me cry for 2 weeks. The moonlight is cold as it lands on my floor, a silver reminder you don't live here no more. I'm checking my messages, scrolling back far to when we were singing along in your car. Now the silence is screaming, it's loud and it's blue, and it's only 2:10, and I'm shaking for you. They say wait for the morning, the light makes it better, but I'm still just trapped in your old oversized sweater. And the minutes are miles that I'm walking alone, waiting for a signal on a dead quiet phone. It's that 2 a.m. miss you, the kind that's a bruise, that everything's over and I'm gonna lose. It's the heaviest hour, the sharpest of stings, when my heart starts to mourn for the smallest of things, like the way that you murmur my name in your sleep. Now I'm sinking in force of habit, you see. I stared at the steam till it turned into mist, thinking of all of the times we were kissed by a future we thought was a sure, solid thing. Now I'm just a girl with a ghost on a string. I'm pacing the ruts till the patterns are worn, just trying to make it to a gray colored dawn. At midnight I'm angry, at 1 I'm just numb, but 2 is the hour the real demons come. They whisper your address, they play back your laugh, they show me the hole that is now just a half. Yes, that 2 a.m. miss you, the kind that's a bruise, that everything's over and I'm gonna lose. It's the heaviest hour, the sharpest of stings, when my heart starts to mourn for the smallest of things, like the way that you murmur my name in your sleep. Now I'm sinking in promises I couldn't keep, in the dark of the hallway, the height of the pain. It's a 2 a.m. miss you, and I'm going insane. 2:45, just trying to feel like I'm halfway alive. 2:59, I'm telling myself that I'm gonna be fine, and you're still not mine. The air in this bedroom is heavy and still, like a promise we made that we couldn't fulfill. I'm sitting bolt upright, the clock's ticking slow, counting the ghosts of the things I let go. I used to inhale every word that you said, now I'm just gasping for oxygen instead. The habit of us was a rhythm of grace, now there's a vacuum you left in your place. My chest is a cage that's been locked from the inside, with nowhere to run and with nowhere to hide. I'm counting to 4 just to keep my head clear, but the atmosphere's different now that you're not here. And I'm learning to breathe on my own again, without the smoke and the mirrors, and when it's a shallow beginning and catching the throat, trying to stay light enough just to float. It's a long way down when you lost your sky, and I've forgotten how to move without asking you why. In and out, slow and deep, one little secret I'm trying to keep. I'm learning to breathe. I went to the market, I walked through the park, I'm avoiding the places that feel like the dark. But then I see someone who has your same stride, and suddenly everything's burning inside. The pressure builds up like a storm in the lungs, a language of sorrow that's spoken in tongues. I'm relearning the basics, the 1, 2, and 3 of existing in spaces that only hold me. It's not like the movies, it's not a big I'm standing in the center of the living room floor, looking at the space where you don't live anymore. You didn't leave a note, didn't leave a mess, just a terrifying hollow kind of emptiness. No coffee rings left on the wooden stand, no stray keys waiting for a reaching hand. The hangers in the closet didn't even sway, you just evaporated into the gray. I'm checking the dust for a footprint, a sign that you were once real and you were once mine. But the air is too clean and the surface is shine, like you scrubbed out the soul of your own design. How do you go about leaving without a trace? How do you simply just vanish from this place? Like a ghost in the static, like a ship in the night. You took every shadow and you took every light. There's no broken glass, no blood on the floor, just the terrifying sound of the closing door. Now I'm searching the silence for a ghost of a face, but you perfected the art of leaving without a trace. The toothbrush is gone and the scent of your skin is fading from the sheets where the cold's moving in. I checked the trash for a scrap or a thread, but you even took the things when you never said. It's like you were never here, like I'm losing my mind, like a memory that someone went and redefined. I'm a witness to a crime where there isn't a clue, just a girl in a house that's forgotten and knew you. If you'd slammed the door, if you made a scene, at least I'd have a scar to show where you had been. But this surgical laser, this quiet erases of violence that time will never replace. But you perfected the art of leaving without a trace. Nothing on the counter, nothing on the wall. It's like it never happened at all. Just a draft in the hallway and a heart out of place you left without a trace. I'm scrolling through the thread of our last fight, trying to find the place where we lost the light. The last scene stamp is a taunt on the screen, a jagged little border standing in between. I checked the cafe where we used to hide, but the window is empty and I'm cold inside. You're a coordinate I can no longer trace, a map with a hole where I used to see your face. I'm pinging your heart, but there's no reply, just a hollow blue circle in a digital sky. I'm walking the streets of a city we knew, but every landmark is missing a view of you. Now your location unknown, a signal in the dark. I'm searching for the glow of a familiar spark. Are you in a kitchen? Are you in a bar? Are you driving away in a and satellites too. I'm dying in a place with no access to you. Location unknown, I'm just trying to find my way home. I see a silhouette that moves like yours behind the glass of the department stores, but it's just a trick of the evening rain. A ghost in the system, a glitch in the brain. Did you change your head? Did you change your mind? Did you leave every version of us behind? I'm a stranded traveler with a broken lead, following a path that I can no longer read. You could be 10 miles or 1,000 away, but the silence feels the same at the end of the day. I'm screaming your name into a dead-end street while the pavement is freezing underneath my feet. Yeah, your location unknown, a signal in the dark. I'm searching for the glow of a familiar spark. Are you in a kitchen? Are you in a bar? Are you driving away in a stranger's car? The compass is spinning, I've lost my north. I'm pacing the ground, going back and forth in a world full of data and satellites too. I'm dying in a place with no access to you. No service, no sign. I'm losing the connection to your life and mine. I hope you're happy. I hope you're found, even if I'm still lost on the ground. Location unknown. The sound of a digital not found tone, followed by soft piano chords that fade away. I'm staring at the map on my bedroom wall, tracing the inches that make me feel small. 600 miles is a jagged black line between your heartbeat and the rhythm of mine. The FaceTime is glitching, your face freezes gray, just a digital ghost 1,000 miles away. I reach for the screen, but the glass is so cold. It's a fragile connection that's starting to fold. I'm sick of the good nights through a speaker and wire, of fueling a flame without any fire. Your voice is a whisper in a plastic shell, and this distance is a quiet, comfortable hell. It's a long distance heartbreak, a slow motion tear. I'm losing the person who's never quite here. We're loving in echoes, we're touching in cold, while the earth that we built starts to rot on the road. I got your old t-shirt, but the sand's getting thin, and I don't know where you end and the static begins. Yeah, it's a long distance heartbreak, and God, it's a climb, trying to love you across 3 different time zones of mine. The mailbox is empty, the airport is quiet. My head is a storm and my heart is a riot. I see happy couples just crossing the street. They don't know the luxury of skin to skin heat. I'm counting the days until maybe and soon, but we're both looking up at a different moon. I'm jealous of the air that you get to breathe, and the people who see you and never have to leave. Is it even a breakup if you're already gone? If I'm waking up lonely at the break of every dawn, we're drifting like islands in a vast empty sea, and the bridge that we built is falling into me. It's a long distance heartbreak, a slow motion tear. I'm losing the person who's never quite here. We're loving in echoes, we're touching in code, while the us that we built starts to rot on the road. I've got your old t-shirt, but the scent's getting thin, and I don't know where you end and instead it begins. Yeah, it's a long distance heartbreak, and God, it's a climb, trying to love you across 3 different time zones of mine. And call, the screen goes black, and I'm still here, waiting for a piece of you to come back. Signal lost, heartbeat fading, just a long distance goodbye. I'm laid out on the carpet of this empty living room, tracing lines across my skin in the silver and the gloom. Here's the coffee shop on 4th, where the coffee tasted sweet before you turn the corner and you turned into retreat. And here's the park bench where the summer felt like it would never end, a little dot of forever that I can't quite comprehend. It's a geography of ghosts, a topography of why, underneath the ceiling of a gray and heavy sky. I'm navigating shadows, I'm measuring the miles between the girl I used to be and these jagged forced and smiles. Every highway leads to nowhere, every back road leads to you. I'm lost in all the places that we once were passing through, and I'm drawing the map of a broken heart, plotting out the point where it all fell apart. From the valley of I love you to the peaks of not enough, through the borderlands of silence where the road got cold and rough. It's a landscape made of ruins, it's a kingdom built on sand, and I'm holding all the wreckage in the palm of my hand, trying to find an exit that doesn't leave a scar. But there's no you are here when I don't know where we are. The kitchen is a canyon, and the hallway is a bridge to a memory of you. You sitting on the window ledge. I've marked the spots in red where the words began to sting, like a minefield in the middle of a beautiful soft spring. I tried to fold it up, tried to tuck it in a drawer, but the paper's thin and tattered and it's bleeding through the floor. There's no north to find my way, no south to keep me warm, just a latitude of longing in the center of the storm. They say that every road must lead to something new, but I'm just circling the block, still looking for the view of a world that doesn't look like the shape of your goodbye, of a horizon that doesn't have your name written on the sky. Yeah, I'm drawing the map of a broken heart, plotting out the point where it all fell apart. From the valley of I love you to the peaks of not enough, through the borderlands of silence us where the road got cold and rough. It's a landscape made of ruins, it's a kingdom built on sand. And I'm holding all the wreckage in the palm of my hand, trying to find an exit that doesn't leave a scar. But there's no you are here when I don't know where we are. The unknown land, I'm walking through the dust with the compass in my hand, but the needle's spinning and the ink is starting to run. Map of a broken heart, and I'm the only one. The sun goes down like a heavy regret, and the world starts to sleep, but I haven't yet. I'm punching the clock in this empty apartment, taking over the shift in the heartbreak department. I got a pot of black coffee and a box of your things, and the quietest terror that the midnight brings. Everyone's dreaming, but I'm wide awake, working the hours that it takes not to break. The city is dim and the streetlights are blurred. I'm repeating the things that I wish I'd heard. I'm the watchman of memories, the guard of the earth, tracing the outlines you left in the dust. I'm working the night shift, I'm working the pain, keeping the engine, I'm missing you sing, while the moon does its rounds and the stars do their time. I'm clocking in for a love that's no longer mine. It's a grueling routine of the whys and ifs, just me and the ghost working 12-hour shifts. Yeah, the day's for the living, but the dark is for me. The night shift of who we used to be. I'm reorganizing the shelves in my head, dusting off every forever you said, checking the locks on the doors to my heart, trying to figure out where we fell apart. I hear a car door and I check the blinds, but it's just the wind playing tricks on our minds. It's a lonely profession, staying behind while you're out there living and I'm colorblind. No overtime pay for the tears that I've cried, just a hollowed out feeling of nothing inside. I'm the only one left on the factory floor of a dream that doesn't manufacture of who we used to be. I'm checking the labels, I'm checking the glass, watching the shadows of forever pass. We're down to the marrow, we're down to the bone, the emptiest version of a house we call home. I'm shrinking in pictures, I'm fading in light, trying to hold on with all of my might. But there's nothing to grab when you're made out of air, just a hollowed out girl in a velvet chair. We're starving for feelings we used to provide, with nothing but ego and secrets to hide. I'm looking for substance, I'm looking for weight, but we're just two ghosts on a very thin plate. Oh, it's a skinny, skinny love we're holding, watching the edges and the seams unfolding. There's no heart to it, no heat in the chest, just a tired out bird in a paper nest with paper thin promises, brittle and dry, too weak to live and too stubborn to die. Yeah, it's a skinny love, starving for more, while we're dying of hunger on the kitchen floor. You look right through me like I'm made of gauze, a victim of silence and long heavy pauses. I try to get loud just to feel like I'm real, but I've forgotten the way that a heartbeat should feel. Your touch is a whisper, your kiss is a ghost. I'm losing the person I needed the most. We're light as a feather, we're cold as a stone, two starving people who feel all alone. Feed me a light just to fill up the space, give me a reason to stay in this place, 'cause the wind's gonna blow and we'll both drift away. There's not enough left of us even to stay. We're wasting away, yeah, we're skin and we're bone, in a kingdom of hollow on a cardboard throne. And oh, it's a skinny, skinny love we're holding, watching the edges and the seams unfolding. There's no heart to it, no heat in the chest, just a tired out bird in a paper nest with paper thin promises, brittle and dry, too weak to live and too stubborn to die. Yeah, it's a skinny love, starving for more, while we're dying of hunger on the kitchen floor. So thin, I can see the light through your skin. No way to hold us down, we're just floating until we disappear. Skinny love. I'm becoming a master of the empty space, looking at the pillow and not seeing your face. I've learned how to cook for one and leave the porch light up, to ignore the way the silence feels a little bit too soft. I catalog the sweaters that you left behind the door, like relics in a museum of a life we lived before. It's a quiet kind of discipline, a steady heavy hand, building castles out of salt in a desert made of sand. They say practice makes perfect, pixelating gray. And oh, it's a masterpiece of misery. I've drawn the art of losing everything before the break of dawn. It's in the way I hold my breath, it's in the way I walk. It's the carefully selected words I use when we don't talk. I'm a gallery of used to be, a frame without a view, perfecting every color in the shade of losing you. Yeah, I'm a student of the sorrow and the lessons coming true. I'm perfecting the art of losing you. I've studied every shadow that you cast across the floor. I know the exact pitch of the hinges on the door. I can trace the way you left by the coldness in the air. I'm an expert on the ghost of you just sitting in that chair. I've painted over memories with the coat of let it be, but the primary colors of you still bleed right through to me. It's a delicate technique, keeping steady through the tears while I sketch out a future out of all my darkest fears. It's the brushstroke of a goodbye, it's the lighting of a lonely sky, it's the composition of a heart that's split in two, and there's no one in the audience but the memory of you. It's in the way I hold my breath, it's in the way I walk. It's the carefully selected words I use when we don't talk. I'm a gallery of used to be, a frame without a view, perfecting every color in the shade of losing you. Yeah, I'm a student of the sorrow and the lessons coming true. I'm perfecting the art of losing you. One more line, one more shade of blue. I'm a work in progress and I'm almost through. The art of losing you, the art of losing you. I think I finally got it down. The walls are that color of hospital white that keeps you from knowing the day from the night. I'm hooked to the memory of how we began, trying to breathe without holding your hand. The nurses of silence come checking my pulse. They ask if it hurts and I say nothing else, but there's a surgical hallway you used to reside, and I'm just a patient with nowhere to hide. They say that time is a steady-handed doctor, but right now it feels like a ghost or a mocker, staring at monitors, waiting for signs that I'm not just flatlining between all these lines. And I'm stuck here in the recovery room, waiting for the flowers of my life to rebloom, but the anesthesia is wearing off fast, and I'm waking up to a world in the past. It's a the phantom lamp pain of a love that's been cut. The door to the theater is officially shut. Don't tell me I'm lucky, don't tell me I'm brave. I'm just digging my way out of this shallow grave. I'm learning to walk on a soul that is bruised, trying to find a version of me you didn't use. And I'm stuck here in the recovery room, waiting for the flowers of my life to rebloom. But the anesthesia is wearing off fast, and I'm waking up to a world in the past. It's a slow motion healing, a bitter pill blue. I'm recovering from the addiction of you. Yeah, the heart's under glass and the lights are so bright in the recovery room tonight. Check my vitals, I'm still here. The bleeding has stopped, but the scars are so clear. Just a little more rest, a little more time, until I can say that this heartbeat is mine. It's mine. The porch light is flickering, a tired yellow eye, watching the cars and the world passing by. I've got your old sweater pulled tight to my chin, the one with the thread where the cold seeps in. I'm listening for tires on the gravel driveway, preparing the words I've been dying to say. Everyone tells me I'm wasting my breath, but this kind of patience is a slow kind of death. The seasons are changing, the leaves turn to gold. I'm keeping the space where your hand used to hold. They say I should move, they say I should run, but I'm still a planet just circling your sun. And I'll wait for your love like a rain in the drought, with a heart full of hope. be here tomorrow and the day after that, just waiting for your love. The bridge is behind me, a mountain of ash. I'm still feeling the heat from the moment we crashed. I thought we were tempered, I thought we were still, but you can't forge a promise on something not real. Now the ground is a carpet of embers and coal, and I'm trying to keep a grip on my soul. One foot in front of the other, I go through a valley of shadows you'll never know. My dress it sings at the hem and the sleeves. I'm the only one left who still somehow believes that there's a version of after that isn't just smoke. But God, it's a struggle not to stumble and choke. And I'm walking through fire, but I'm coming out cold with a heart that's too heavy for a story this old. Every step is a memory that's burning my skin. I'm paying the price for the places we've been. Let the flames climb high, let the sky turn to red. I'm leaving the ghosts of the things that you said. It's a long way to go to be lonely and free, but I'm walking through fire till I find the real me. The smoke makes it hard to remember your eyes, or the way that you looked before all of the lies. I'm shedding the layers of who I became, just to keep you happy, just to stay in the frame. The sparks are like diamonds that fall in the dirt, a beautiful way to describe how it hurts. I'm not looking back at the house as it falls. I'm listening to the silence as the wilderness calls. It's not the heat that's killing me now, it's the weight of the always and the solemnly vow. But the further I get, the less I can feel the sting of the iron and the break of the sea. I'm paying the price for the places we've been. Let the flames climb high, let the sky turn to red. I'm leaving the ghosts of the things that you said. It's a long way to go to be lonely and free, but I'm walking through fire till I find the real me. I'm sitting at the table with an empty chair. I still pour the water like you're sitting there. The TV is humming a show you don't like. I'm watching the shadows climb over the pike. I found your old keychain under the rug, a cold piece of metal instead of a hug. The house is a museum of used to be us, and I'm just a traveler left in the dust. I've got a million things I forgot to say, like how the light hits the floor in a different way since you closed the door and you took the key and left all of forever inside of me. And oh, I wish you were here to see the rain, to help me carry the weight of this night, to tell me a joke that I've heard 10 favorite song, but it's missing the harmony, missing the soul. I'm a half-written story that'll never be whole. God, I wish you were here. I went to the market, saw your brand of bread. I had to walk past it and look down instead. Every red car that turns on our street makes my heart do a dance, makes it skip a beat. Then it settles back down to a dull, heavy thud, like a house made of cards sinking into the mud. I'm keeping your side of the closet all clear, just a hollowed out space for a ghost to appear. They say that the missing gets easier with time, but I'm still just stuck in the middle of the climb. I'm shouting your name at a sky that's too blue, because everything beautiful reminds me of you. Of these tangled up rhymes. The bed is a desert, the hallway is long, the silence is singing our favorite song, but it's missing the harmony, missing the soul. I'm a half-written story that'll never be whole. God, I wish you were here, just for a minute, just for a high, just so I didn't have to say goodbye. The porch light is on, the tea's getting cold, and I'm just getting old. Just for a minute, just for a high, just so I didn't have to say goodbye. The porch light is on, the tea's getting cold, and I'm just getting old. I wish you